Hey guys, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make this resin curing box, and all the parts are from the Dollar Tree, so let's get into it. I will disassemble it and then make one right in front of you. These are so easy, guys. So when I saw this and I thought, would that work? And then I brought it home and tried it. Yes, it does work. So this is just a little cupcake holder from the Dollar Tree, and then it buckles down, as you can hear, on all four sides, and it has this great little handle. It's great if your mold is deep. You have a nice cover. What I like about this is I have children, so nobody's gonna knock the top off, so that's just great. If your mold's really tiny, you can just set it right on there and you'd be good to go. But for mine, it was not, so let me start with the first part, which was this mold, which, as you can see, is too wide to fit in there. So I just went ahead and just cut mine with one of these little guys, an X-Acto knife. I thought, oh, well, if I cut it, will they cure and not be level? But I tested it, they're perfectly level every single time. So I just measured it to the box and then I cut it. Now, obviously, if I set this here like this, that's not going to be level. So what we have to do is involve Mr. Foam Board. So all I did, guys, was literally, I took this, okay? And I'm gonna make a different version here in a second and show you. And I just pressed it down really hard so I left an indentation. Then I traced it with a Sharpie, cut it out with this little guy, and then I even left this tag on here so you can see. I am not telling you fibs. This is just foam board from the Dollar Tree. And then you can just slide it in here like that. When you're done, I mean, I even just pour it in here. That way if I'm working with glitter or anything, it gets on here, it slides right off. When you're done, just put it in here, close it up, set it off to the side, and you are good to go. Real quickly, and I even went this morning to try to find one of these for y'all for the video, but I could not find them at my local Dollar Tree. But they do sell these, obviously this is a level. They sell them at the Dollar Tree, and they're really tiny. They're like 9 inches across, and I used to have one, but who knows? It's with my sanity somewhere, it's gone. But it's like 9 inches across, and I think I'm just gonna order a case of them. And what you could do is you could literally just mount it to the top of this box and just glue it right here. That way you would always know. Like when you set your stuff somewhere, you don't have to, oh, did I forget to check if it's level? You will know because there will be a level affixed to the top of the box. And again, I'll put the link down below. So that is the first one. And the other day I needed something that was wider and I wanted to check a little theory that I had. So here's what I got. So these are just a little, they don't have, yeah, they do have tags. It's called Sure Fresh. Again, this is just from the Dollar Tree. And this is the one, it says 14.6 cups. So y'all can get a good look at that right there. This is great for anything that is wider. Now, if I were pouring all of these, obviously I would cut this in half and probably put it in here because as you can see, it's kind of sitting up on the lip like that and we would not want that. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna cut this one to size and then just stay tuned for a minute because I have a little tricky for you. Let us cut this little guy. I ruined this beautiful white table. So I just have this, it's literally like came in a cloth box that I bought once and I was like, oh, you are not going in the trash. You are a great cutting backing. So we're gonna take this, all right, and we're gonna put this in here. Then let me show you the little trick I was talking about. I know some of y'all are gonna say, oh, those lights don't emit light. Also at the Dollar Tree, LED lights, okay? And they require 3 of these little guys. These are AAA bats, okay? So I already did this little guy, but look. So it has a sticky thing already right here. I know y'all are like, what is she doing? Or maybe you figured me out. Okay, so this is the top. Put it right here. And then I'm gonna do this one so I can show you how to do it. In case any of you other crazy people would like to do this. All right. So you just twist it like that and then it opens right up. Like that. Go ahead and check it first. Ooh, you see how bright that is? Here. Look guys, looks like a little alien. Why do I like this? 2 reasons. Number 1, I love that when I put this here and I take this off, I can use this, look down, and it really helps me to see where the air bubbles are. So like I will spray mine, and I don't use like a heat torch, I'll use rubbing alcohol And then I'll come back about 10 minutes later to see if any little bubbles have surfaced. And if they have, it's kind of hard for me to eyeball that and see, but if I go like this, I can see super easy. And yes, you could use a flashlight, but then it's just something else to have on your desk. Plus and bonus round. Does this thing generate heat? Well, I'll let you tell me. But let's just say that I ran a test last night, and normally the resin that I'm working with currently, I would say that I wouldn't even attempt to demold this before like 12 hours. Last night, for some reason, not even kidding around, like the 7-hour mark, I was able to pop them out of the mold. So maybe I'm crazy, or maybe it's the placebo effect, but do you see that? It's not touching the mold. I mean, obviously, if I turn it up on its side, it's gonna touch the mold because the mold's gonna rock forward. But do you see? It's, let me see if I can show you so you can see that it doesn't touch the mold. There you go. It's right on top of it, that's for sure. But of course, that's going to generate more heat of some kind. It's completely enclosed. You can move this, and then here's my personal favorite part, y'all. You can stack them, okay? So if you're curing stuff, right here, okay? So that way I would know. So then I would have a completely contained system, right? I can pour it, lock it down, cure it, check to make sure it's level. I have a heat source, sort of, you know, heat source, but at least definitely a light source, which helps me to see like where am I at. The part that is so important to me is, you know, I see a lot of people that go to great lengths to cover their stuff while they're curing, blah, blah, blah. But then when they're done with their molds, they'll just kind of like lay them on a shelf all together, okay? But then your molds are getting kind of crushed and no. So after they're washed and dried properly, I'm gonna go ahead and put them back in here and seal it. That way I know when I go to do a new pour, this thing is completely sealed. There's no particles. I don't have to worry, did anything get in here? It's done, it's ready to go. This is a completely contained system. So anyways, I hope you guys think that's cool. If you do and you love content about resin, that is going to be the entire next year of this channel is gonna be content about resin. So answering all your questions, testing resins, testing certain things in resin. So if you love resin and you have questions about resin or you're just curious about it, consider clicking the like and subscribing to go with me on this crazy resin journey. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.